more ways than I can imagine, more ways than I can describe, more ways than I'm even aware of. I started this franchise maybe with little confidence that I was ever gonna have a family of my own. I was so dedicated to the arduous task of trying to make it in this industry that I felt like I might not be able to have a family of my own. Dom Toretto is not far from that. Dom Toretto, as when you meet him, has little faith in the future and little faith in society, and probably didn't feel like he believed in the world enough to have a kid of his own, and might not have believed in himself enough. The irony is, if you go back to Fast Five and you go onto that porch and you hear Dom talking to Brian about he's gonna be a great father, what you don't hear is that Dom might not have thought of himself as a great father. That's what's not said in the dialogue. That's what's implied. And now we come full circle and we see how deathly committed he is to being a father.
I think in some ways Mia's come full circle. I think when I go back and I watch the first film, Mia was very headstrong, really independent, and if you think about it, she had to be because she grew up with Dom Toretto, and now we know Jacob Toretto, and we don't really know whether she had a mother figure in her life, and so she had to be she had to really hold her own, and then. And you saw her be a part of the action in the first one. And then that sort of faded into the background as she became a mom and she was more of a partner. And I feel like now she's back to that super powerful female who's back in the action. And that's really where I like to be. And so hopefully that trajectory continues for Mia.
You know, I have to say, I've always been fascinated about kind of the origin story of Dom, you know, and so again, to be able to explore that in Fast 9 was something that I take a lot of pride in, but also it was something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and trying to find the right chapter to do that, that meant a lot.
The experience before, during, and after you watch this movie. And I think there's something interesting about the mystique around the franchise where it doesn't matter how long we've been doing it, you look forward to the next one. There's a certain anticipation that's created, just wondering, like, how are they gonna reinvent this franchise again? And we keep doing it over and over and over again. You can't say that this is luck. You can't say that this is a microwave fly-by-night thing. You can't say that this is a... You can't say that this franchise has had its moment and it's over. It just continues to reinvent itself. And we're heavily relying on the fans and supporters to be able to help us to make the statement that we all want to make, which is, yes, it's very easy to go into theaters and go straight to streaming, but there's certain movies that literally belong in the theaters, and this is one of them.
No, not at all. I mean, after we did 6, you know, we closed the book on the journey, and we said this was a wonderful experience, wonderful ride. We got to, you know, make all these movies together and live, you know, our Hollywood dream together. So we were happy, you know, we're satisfied. But when the opportunity came for Justin to come back, and then you see all this fervor over Justice for Han, and you know, the love for that character, I think just the stars aligned. You know, it was like the perfect timing. It just, everything worked out. You know, a lot of it was out of our control. You know, it just seemed like the world needed Han back, if you will.
It's been crazy because I saw the first movie like 20 years ago, like everyone else, and the fact that I'm now a part of the kind of legacy of that is so surreal, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Coming in as a newer member like can be really intimidating. I mean, I've experienced that a couple of times, but the cast was so supportive and just embraced me so like wholeheartedly. Any nerves that I had kind of were just kind of wiped away, because they were like, "You're one of us now. You're part of the family," and that was that. And I just feel really blessed because, you know, we talk about family all the time in this, and the cast make such an effort for us to spend time together on and off of set, and they want us to be comfortable because it really shows on camera, like the chemistry of the team. So I'm so grateful to all of them for really embracing me.
You know what's crazy, man? I would love to figure out a way where we can fight underwater somehow. That would be really dope to me. Also, something crazy like bungee jumping or skydiving and fighting somebody at the same time. Just taking it extreme. I would love to see something like that. And I would also love to see us go to Africa, continent of Africa, or go to Australia.